Yo, what's up? This is E. Welcome to the channel. Let me get this chair to stop spinning. This is Funny How Money Works. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is a brand new channel, trying to do something new in 2024. One of my resolutions was to start a YouTube channel about topics that I'm really interested in. And of course, one of those is finance, and a lot of people are interested in that as well. So I thought, why not? But a big thing about me, and I'll tell you a little more about myself as we get into this, but a big thing about me is I don't like to do things that have already been done before, or I don't like to do things the same way everybody else is doing them. So this is not, hopefully, just another finance channel. Hopefully you guys get a lot of value and information from this. Being that this is the introductory video, we're going to do kind of the who, what, when, where, as far as me, as far as the content, and even as far as you, the potential viewer. So hopefully you stick around. It's my first time saying this, so please like, like, comment, subscribe, share, all those good things. Yeah, so let's dive into it. Funny How Money Works. How did I pick the title? Well, I picked the title because money is one of those things that, of course, everybody is concerned about. You know, it's kind of, in a way, the world revolves around it. We need money for resources. We need money for clothes, food. We need money for vacation, to do the fun things, to go to the movies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And at the end of the day, we ultimately spend our lives in what kind of feels like a constant pursuit of it. And especially when things get tight, like bills and all this kind of things, we get stressed about it. We get anxious, we get depressed if we don't have enough of it. We compare ourselves to people all the time, which might or might not be a good thing. But, you watch sports. You can't watch sports without knowing that Patrick Mahomes signed a $500 million contract. You can't read a business book without being told that Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are billionaires, and this is how they got the billionaires. And if you do this, you'll get the billions as well too. Well, that's very tricky because another factor, of course, is we live in the age of information. We're constantly inundated by information, right? And when that happens, your mind kind of becomes restless because you have a constant, like, water fountain of information just coming at you and telling you whether or not you're doing good enough, you could be doing better, how can you do better? And even here, on YouTube, this video may be posted on YouTube. I spend a lot of time watching videos about online methods, side hustles, ways to make money online. I spend a lot of time reading on Reddit, on Twitter, about these types of hustles, especially, just ways to make more money in 2024, how your mind could stop you from becoming a millionaire. All those things are out there, and they're out there for, they're out there for better or for worse, right? And that might or might not be a good thing. But the reason I wanted to make this channel, at least for me, is because there's a lot of very ironic things, a lot of very contradictory things, a lot of things that have duality in them, a lot of things that'll make you kind of stop and think, wait, really? Like, money works that way? We're constant. So how I chose the title is because we're constantly thinking about how money works, how to get more of it. If you invest it, it'll accrue interest, those types of things. But I think even from just a societal standpoint, you come to find out sometimes that, for example, a big thing they tell you in business is work smarter, not harder. So even the title of this channel could kind of be a play on words, because you would think that the average person actually does think that, let me work 60 hours, let me work 100 hours, let me have 2 jobs, let me have 3 jobs. The average person thinks like an employee. They think to themselves, let me work harder. But one of the things you always hear is work smarter. So it's funny it works like that, because the people at the very top who are making millions, who are making tens of millions, hundreds of millions, actually probably work a lot less than you, at least especially by the time they get 10 to 15, 20 years into a certain point in their career where they could make passive income and where they could own companies and do all those things. They actually don't work as hard as we have been trained to think. So that's one of the barriers you have to break through. So that one's kind of funny in a way of, like, Like, not haha funny, not funny how, like I'm a clown, like I amuse you, if you know that movie. That one's funny just in a sense of, again, irony, right? In a sense of a paradigm shift, you know? But just to put a pause on that, because I'm already starting to sound like I'm trying to give business advice. Another thing that's really important for me is I love humor. I love to laugh, you know, and there's a lot of things that can be funny about money. You know, if you jump on YouTube Shorts, you'll always see, for example, guys doing little pranks or whatever, where they'll rent out a Lamborghini or rent out some fancy car, and at first the girl walks by and rejects them. Oh, I don't want to talk to you, because the guy's not standing next to the car. Then next thing you know, funny enough, the guy gets next to the car. Oh my gosh, this is yours. So this and that. That stuff's staged and it's kind of cringe at this point. But that does show a funny element of money. That they say money can't buy you happiness. Well, in that instance, it seems like money could buy you love. You know, in that instance, it seems like money can turn a person who wanted nothing at all to do with you into somebody who does want to suddenly give you the time of day. You know, so yeah. I guess that was kind of a rant, but let me get a little more specific about what this channel is going to be about and what this channel is not going to be about. Okay. And as I promised, I said I would do the who, what, when, and why. So my name is E. At least that's what I go by. I am a photographer. I've been doing that for 10 years. Studied graphic design. I live in Texas. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. Have I made millions of dollars doing anything? No, I have not. So let's just get that out of the way. If you're here, hopefully that's a breath of fresh air for you. If you're here for somebody who wants to tell you their method of how they make tens of millions of dollars, I'm not necessarily the one to do it. I do work in a very lucrative industry, photography in general, of course, and videography in the age that we live in is a lucrative industry. I work specifically in real estate photography, right? So I literally work in an industry that generates millions all the time. So I have been in amazing houses. I've been in amazing companies. I've shot for amazing companies. I've shot amazing exotic cars. I've met some really wealthy people, some really beautiful people. I've traveled the world and done all that. So I'll definitely be sharing some of those stories as well, gone to exotic places and all those kind of things. And I'll share my reflections about money in that sense. So it's a little bit of who I am. Who is this channel for? That's probably a better question. I think this channel is for if you're like me, a person who spends a lot of time looking at videos like courses. Actually, if you spend a lot of money on courses, or if you get hit endlessly by the online course commercials, you know, as soon as you watch a video, hey, you're sitting at home, let me tell you about Amazon. Let me tell you about this and that. You want to know how you could do all that stuff. Or if you're my age, kind of throwback, shout out YouTube 10 years ago. So, hey, Ty Lopez here in my garage. Let me tell you about knowledge. Let me tell you how I did this to get this. If you're one of those people, this channel might be for you. This channel is for a person who is looking for a paradigm shift. This person is looking for a person who, this channel is for people who are willing, unlike a lot of people in this day and age of appearances, with people who are willing to admit that they don't have it all together, that they don't have it all figured out. I'm not saying that I'm going to help you figure it out, but I think I'm going to help you maybe take a break a little bit. I'm going to help you look at things a little bit differently. This is not a exposing gurus channel. This is not a slandering channel. I don't want to slander anybody else who's doing any kind of motivational content or business content. But I will probably touch on certain trends, certain traps. Hopefully I could save you some of my reflections in the specific videos that I plan on showing, hopefully save you from dumping money into certain types of things that you shouldn't be dumping money into, or at least thinking twice before you do, because unfortunately I have done exactly that, and I've learned a lot of tough lessons from that. I've learned literally costly lessons from that. I've had lessons that have literally cost me a lot of money. Yeah, so that's most of what I can think about. Who, what, that's what we're going to be talking about. When, as far as, you know, when will I post? How frequently will I post? At the moment, I'm committing to posting at least once a week. who, what, when, where, obviously here on YouTube. If I develop social media platforms related to this page, I'll post those as well too. Who, what, when, where, why. I think I already touched on a lot of why, just in the initial introduction of this, The last thing I'll say though, I know this video is pretty kind of chill and a little more monotone, a little more serious, but we're going to laugh a lot. Ha 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 ha. Hopefully real legit laughs, not fake photo laughs, but we're going to laugh a lot. We're going to do a lot of little maybe case studies on certain things, quick story times that are hopefully going to help us laugh, And that's, I think, something I'll close with is even though, quote unquote, can money buy happiness? Even though money is this thing, kind of this illusion that makes you wonder if you can attain joy. It's this measuring stick, even though it is probably my biggest thing, my biggest reward. If this channel is doing the right thing, the biggest reward I could get from this channel, and hopefully you get from this channel, is to be able to come here, forget about something for a second, laugh, release, let go, even laugh at yourself. I think that's a very powerful thing to do, to be able to kind of stop and laugh at yourself and say, wow, I was in a pyramid scheme. Or I was becoming greedy, in this instance. Wow, that person might be a con artist, So who knows? We'll get into it. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. That's just the introduction. So like, share, subscribe, all those good things. And let's get to the next video. Peace.